Good morning again from Cambodia, Phnom Penh, and we are currently at the Wat Phnom. So Wat Phnom is in sort of the northern part of Phnom Penh, and it's a pretty famous monument. It's built on top of a small hill, and it's inside this large park. So what we're going to do first is walk around the park, and then I'm going to take a trip up and see what's up at the top. I was here quite a few years ago, and I'm looking forward to seeing it again. And there is the Flying Fox Sanctuary tree. I took a video of that already, a couple videos, one at night and one today during the daytime. And I'm just going to give you a quick 360-degree view here before we take a quick walk around. And then I'm going to go up top to visit the Wat. Wat means temple, W-A-T. So it's the same word in Thai as well. So a Wat means a temple, and usually it's a temple that has many monks. It's considered a Wat. Okay, so we're going to take a quick walk around and see what we see. Right now we're just walking around the perimeter of the park in which the Wat Phnom is located in. You just want to see what's around this park first. And interestingly, the US Embassy is right next to this park. It's quite massive. Lots of guards, heavily wired, protected area. The French embassy also in Phnom Penh is quite large. I've located the Canadian embassy, but I haven't visited it yet. So I don't know if there's any monks that live here or not. Like I was mentioning, technically a Wat is not just a temple, it's a temple with monks. And they have all kinds of amazing trees here. Look at that. Wow, incredible. Incredible trees. Oh, okay. So over here they have the Wat Phnom Arts and Crafts Center, which is really interesting. Okay. And if you do come into this temple, you have to buy a ticket for $1. It's only for foreigners. For Khmer people, it's free. This tree. We just saw some squirrels. About the only two squirrels I've seen here in Cambodia. There are monkeys. We saw a couple monkeys walking around on the wires around town. But from what I remember last time, there are monkeys that live in here, but I haven't seen them yet. So again, we're continuing our walk around the perimeter of the temple, which is located in a beautiful park. Okay, so apparently there's several squirrels around, which is nice. I love squirrels. So interesting. So here's that Arts and Crafts Center I was telling you about in there. I believe it's a store as well, but we're not going to go into the store right now. I want to go up and see the temple. Not a very big park. You can walk around the perimeter in about 5 minutes. Yeah, what a cool little mini temple. We are at the south end actually, I'm sorry, the west end of the park, and there's the U.S. Embassy that I was telling you about. So just, if you were to go right behind me, you would see the river. The river's on the other side of the park. So you can see the U.S. Embassy. Well, there's the flag, right? It's at half-mast, I believe, because of a person in the U.S., very famous person, died. So everywhere is half-mast. So anyway, that's where the U.S. Embassy is, and if you come here at night, it's quite heavily guarded. You see lots of guards, and it's lit up and well protected. Okay, so we're going back now, and we do hear some more bats, and there are some bats up there. It's hard to see, but I can see them fluttering their wings. There they are. We believe they're fluttering their wings because it's so hot. So there's, oh wow, there's a whole bunch. Oh my word, look at them. Holy mackerel. Wow. Incredible. Okay, a little bit more of the tour on the outside, and then we'll head up to the temple. So here is the south entrance of the park. If we make our way around, look at that cool snake. Wow. And what's really cool about this is you got this giant clock. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like it's working unless the minute hand is broken and the other parts are working. It is about the right time, 11:15 a.m. And there you go, you get a kind of a glimpse of the temple up above. It's a huge stupa. So I'm looking forward to visiting up there and seeing what's up there. Wow, a giant gazebo. Cambodian style. Yeah, that's incredible. I want a gazebo like that. Okay, and here we are back to where we started. Now, as I was mentioning before, when I was at the U.S. Embassy, the U.S. Embassy is on the opposite end, and so this is the east end. And if you were to keep walking out this way, you would hit the river, the Tonle Sap River, within about maybe 500 meters. So now I'm ready to head up to the temple and see what's up there. It's been quite a few years since I've been here, so I don't recall, excuse me, everything that's up there. Gorgeous stupa. So I want to take these stairs. These stairs look really interesting. Or at least it's a quick way up. You can do both, and there's another set of stairs over there as well. So I'm going to head up to the temple. All right, climbing the last stairs to get to the temple. Wow. It's actually nice and cool up here. It's getting quite warm. So there's the clock. You can sort of see the clock through the trees here. That's just facing south. Small stupa. Usually these stupas are graves of old monks. And we get this giant stupa. It's very common here in Cambodia, Southeast Asia, to see these giant stupas. They have them in Myanmar and also in Thailand. So I'm not sure if I can take a video inside the temple. Sometimes they don't allow us to do that, but given that this is a very famous Wat Phnom in Cambodia, most likely they'll allow video and pictures to take place. Many local Wats in Thailand and other small Wats, they don't allow pictures because it's private. People want to, meet privately with the monks and so on and so forth. Wow, amazing. So now you can see I'm facing east. The river is just over there, the Tonle Sap. In fact, you can even see it if you look closely enough. See if I can zoom in there. There's the Tonle Sap. And then that building is on the peninsula. And that's, you see, that tree right there is the Flying Fox Sanctuary tree. So right behind me, of course, is the main temple. Not very big, but looking forward to seeing what's inside. And you can see people take their shoes off because this is very common out of respect to take your shoes off before you walk into any temple. Same in Thailand. Okay, here I go. Again, I'm not sure if I'm allowed to take a video, so I'm going to be very, very quiet. There could be people praying here. Yes, there are. So just like most temples in Thailand and other places, the paintings on the wall depicts the life of Buddha, like how he started out as Siddhartha and then how he became enlightened and known as Buddha, and then his ascension beyond. So this is the sort of the story told in pictures along the wall and on the ceiling. Of course, Thailand and Cambodia are different. The Buddhists even look a little bit different. And look at this beautiful Buddha. Wow, it's gorgeous. Yeah, they look different in Thailand. So it seemed okay so far, allowing me to take videos. So I'm just going to do a video, and until somebody tells me not to do it, I won't do it. Okay? Beautiful. All made from money. It's gorgeous. These are giant candles. Okay, so I'm just going to circle around here. There's definitely people praying, so even if it's not against the rules, I don't want to video people praying, so I'm going to go back around. It's not polite to bother people while they're praying. Just take a quick shot outside here, see what's kind of going on. Oh, okay, so there's some people praying here. So I'm not sure what this is. This is not the traditional Buddha that you see in Thailand. So things obviously are different here in Cambodia. Just don't want to bother people. So this is where we came up from, right here. Really interesting. Okay, so let me go back through and I will exit out of the temple. I don't want to be bothering people while they're praying. this is at the base of the Wat Phnom, and it's called a historical site. And if you can read the writing, you may have to pause the video. You can read the writing below. It talks about a possible kind of myth of how this place was established back in the 14th century. Pretty interesting. There's a random peacock walking around the art center. Hey, buddy. So this is the Wat Cambodia Arts and Crafts Center. So we just took a nice tour around here. Lots of beautiful carvings. Prices are not too bad for what you get. It's a bayon. How do you say it? A bayon for. Oh, hello. Boy. Hi, buddy. Hi, buddy. Oh, it's okay. Thank you. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. No problem. No problem. No problem. No problem. Actually, a blind boy reached out to me and grabbed me. I didn't know what happened, and the lady said, "Oh no, he's blind. He couldn't see you. It's okay. It's okay. No problem." That's what I was going to tell you about the bayon. This is like the bayon four faces. This is a very, very amazing feature at the temple, the Bayon Temple in Siem Reap. And the price is not bad, $65, so pretty good. Anyway, nothing that we want to buy, but it's a pretty neat place. Wow, pretty cool. By the way, the face on that Bayon statue is the king, not Buddha. It's one of the famous kings. This is the same king that you saw the face. I don't recall the guy's name right off the top of my head. I've seen it several times, but don't recall it. His face is pretty famous around Cambodia. Of course, it's a very, very old king. He died basically a millennia ago. And there you go, there's the peacock again. Hey buddy, what's up? He wants to go out. So. Anyway, there's that boy that reached out to me, the poor kid. Anyway, okay, so here he comes. Here he comes. Hello. Okay. All right. Okay. That's it for now from the Arts and Crafts Center here at Wat Phnom Penh.